Are you preparing for MRCP Part 1 this September and wondering how to make the most of the final weeks before the exam? Well, you're in the right place. I'm Dr. Yad, and on the 12th and 13th September, I'll be leading Past Test MRCP Part 1 Fast Track course in Manchester. Over 2 intensive and interactive days, we'll focus on high-yield topics that come up time and time again in MRCP Part 1. Strengthen your single best answer question technique, develop practical exam strategy, and build the confidence you need before exam day. Over the years, I've had the privilege of helping thousands of doctors prepare for MRCP. And this course brings together the teaching methods and exam strategies I've found make the biggest difference to candidates approaching the exam. Now, whether this is your first sitting or you're preparing for a resit, my goal is to help you make those final weeks of revision as focused and effective as possible. Like many of you, I prepared for MRCP Part 1 while working full-time. Now, I quickly realized that passing wasn't about trying to revise absolutely everything. It was about focusing on what mattered most and developing a systematic approach to answering these questions. That's one of the reasons I love teaching MRCP, seeing candidates go from feeling overwhelmed by the volume of revision to walking into the exam with a clear strategy and confidence in their approach is incredibly rewarding. So let's talk about some of the biggest mistakes I see candidates making. Number one is too many resources. Many candidates jump between textbooks, question banks, and revision resources without ever mastering one approach. My advice is simple. Choose a small number of high-quality resources and use them consistently. Depth is far more valuable than constantly searching for something new. Number two, relying too much on passive revision. Reading textbooks has its place, but MRCP Part 1 is an SBA exam. Success comes from practicing questions, reviewing your mistakes properly, and understanding why an answer is correct, not simply memorizing facts. Now, you need to constantly be asking yourself these questions. What is the question really asking? What answers can I confidently eliminate? What clinical cues point me towards the correct option? These are the skills you already use every day as doctors in your clinical practice. My aim is to help you unlock these clinical decision-making skills and apply them effectively in the MRCP Part 1 exam. Number three, leaving exam technique until too late. One of the biggest differences between candidates who pass comfortably and those who struggle is how they approach questions. Exam technique isn't something you learn in the final week. It should develop throughout your preparation. And that's exactly why the Past Test MRCP Part 1 Fast Track course is about much more than teaching medical knowledge. Across the 2 days, we'll work through high-yield topics, SBA question strategy, practical exam technique, and mock exam practice, helping you recognize common question patterns and develop a structured approach you can take into the exam. The course is highly interactive with plenty of opportunities to ask the questions you might have, clarify difficult concepts, and learn directly from an experienced MRCP educator in a small group environment. For many candidates, that's the real value of attending in person. You'll be able to discuss challenging topics, hear how others approach difficult questions, and leave hopefully with a much clearer understanding of where to focus your remaining revision. Of course, a 2-day course isn't a replacement for your own preparation. You'll still need to practice questions, unfortunately, review your weaker areas, and stay consistent with your revision. But a focused course close to the exam can help you use those final weeks for more effective learning. My aim is that you leave the weekend knowing exactly what to focus on with greater confidence, a clear revision plan, and a practical strategy for approaching MRCP Part 1 on exam day. Remember, success in MRCP Part 1 isn't about knowing absolutely everything. It's about knowing how to apply your knowledge with confidence. If you're sitting MRCP Part 1 this September and you're looking for a final focused revision boost, I would love you to join me in Manchester on 12th and 13th September for Past Test MRCP Part 1 Fast Track course. If you're looking for high yield teaching, practical exam strategy, interactive question sessions, mock exam practice, and the opportunity to ask questions throughout, this course is designed to help you feel prepared and confident before exam day. Secure your place via the link in the description before spaces fill up, and I look forward to seeing you in Manchester this September.